Good morning. It's December 8th, and I'm in Carbonville, Utah, which is between Price, Utah, and Helper, Utah. Very much a carbon-producing area, coal and oil. I'm doing a video because I've just seen so much in the past 24 hours that I need to capture it somehow, and my fingers don't seem to be the right way because they can't move fast enough. Yesterday, I guess the highlight was I got to a town whose name I cannot pronounce. Dues. I should have looked it up, but it's where US 191 and US 40 split in Utah. And I took the road less traveled. I took 191. I got on it, and it said that that chains and snow tires were required, but it wasn't snowing, so I just disregarded that. Not that I ever needed those, but the weather did change dramatically in the next 30 minutes. It went from cold and overcast to snowing and snow-covered roads, but there was enough traffic on the road that I didn't need snow tires. I did go into four-wheel drive, which thank God I have. That has never really been a big function of this car, but real important in the past couple of weeks for getting traction. 191 was fascinating. It was like on both sides of the road, within 500 yards, in some cases a lot less than that, in a valley with these dramatic rock-covered formations with very little vegetation on them, with the snow coming down and covering them. It was really dramatic. I probably went from somewhere in the range of 5,500 feet of elevation to 9,100 feet within, I'm guessing, 20 miles. The road was completely dominated by oil tankers, some of them being single tankers, some of them being double tankers, some of them being triple tankers. There were also the sand trucks that, in all cases, they were double trucks carrying the sand. I assume it's used for fracking, but I must have seen in 30 miles, I must have seen 100 oil tanker trucks. They were having real trouble climbing the elevation, so a lot of the time I spent going 10 miles an hour because the roads were so curvy I couldn't pass. But it was really pretty fascinating to be on a road that was so dominated by the oil industry. There were pump horses throughout the valley, which I assume is what the oil tankers are picking up, the product of the pumps. It started snowing pretty hard, and Google Maps and all its brilliance took me on a road that was no maintenance during the wintertime. It was clear for the first couple of miles, and the next 10 miles it was snow covered. But I took comfort in that I had my four-wheel drive on, and the snow was really not that. It's snow in the Virginia sense. Out here, it's just precipitation. People don't seem to notice it. I came off of, that country road took me back onto 191, so it was just a shortcut. I came to an intersection. One way would have taken me towards Salt Lake City, and one way took me towards Helper, Utah. And of course, I took the left-hand turn and went towards Helper. Helper was a very cool little town. It was late in the day, so the light wasn't very good, but on its main street, a lot of great signs, old hotel signs. It's a town that if you're ever in this part of the world is, you just assume from the road that it's going to be just another dumpy little town, but it's one of those cool old towns that obviously had coal wealth back in the day. Maybe there's still oil and coal wealth here, but it was really cool to see just the old neon signs on the buildings. I'll probably go back this morning and take some more pictures. The scenery here is dramatic. Let's see if I can turn this around, and that's right in front of me, obviously, and over there. I guess I was thinking this morning, it's certainly no more dramatic than say Sedona with the Red Rocks in Sedona, and I just count my luck that I was in Sedona on a snow day when I was able to get some photos of the Red Rocks and the snow. But I guess I'm just fascinated by this scenery that we just don't have on the East Coast. And I've been driving around this morning taking photographs, and my goal today is undetermined, because I'm going to take Route 6, US 6 and US 50 across Nevada. They start here in Utah. They're both known as the loneliest roads in America. So there aren't many places to stop or spend the night. And the forecast is for lows in the 20s tonight in that area. So I guess I don't think this happened in the early part of my trip, but I think now I seem to stop every 5 minutes to take photographs, and not that I regret doing that. It's just that it means that my goal of going 200 miles a day is I usually fall quite short of that, and by the end of the day I'm pretty tired from just the stopping and starting and photographing and just kind of being overwhelmed by the geography and geology that I'm seeing. I feel really lucky that I'm out here in the wintertime. Has cost me a few more dollars in terms of hotel stays, because I just I've been in the truck on nights at 15 degrees, and it's just not much fun, because I wake up around 3:30 and that's it, because I'm so cold that I need to turn the car on for an hour or so to warm up. And but hey, it's only money, right? So and I'm getting points, so I'm going to head to Heber. There is a Heber here. I'm going to head to Helper now and take some more photographs. And I'm actually on Route 6 right now. I'm on Route 6. It seems to be going north, but it cuts west from south of Salt Lake City. And I seem to be in a routine of I buy a Subway sub in the morning for my lunch and for my dinner. Eat half for lunch, half for dinner. It assures that I have food for the day, and I never really have got into the whole cooking at a campsite or making my own sandwiches. That would be cheaper, but the times I have bought bread and sandwich meat, the bread has turned moldy and the deli meat has gone bad. So Subway seems to be a favorite now. Turkey on Italian, 12-inch. Lettuce, tomato, pickles, olives, onions, oil and vinegar. That's my go-to sandwich. Okay, I think I've covered everything. I think it's neat to note that Utah, in this part of Utah, it really is an oil and I assume natural gas production area. The drive yesterday from wherever I was to Price, Utah last night, it surprisingly really industrial kind of area. A lot of diesel repair shops, a lot of pipe lands in yards by facilities. Southern Utah along, would that be I-70? It goes through the national park areas. It must be 70. It's just so remote, and there's nothing. You get into the Salt Lake City Valley, which I guess that's the Wasatch Mountains on one side. That's just that could be anywhere in the Northeast. It's just, although it's well, I was going to say it's cleaner, but it's getting pretty built up and kind of not run down looking, but just industrial looking. That's kind of Provo to Salt Lake City. People out here are certainly very friendly, and it's really been a cool place. I could see coming back to Utah in the wintertime to try to get some neat pictures. I may be on the road the rest of my life trying to go back to places that I thought were really cool. It's hard taking photos with the snow. It's just that my exposures are so off, but I do a quick editing job in the evening, and hopefully that makes them look a little bit better than they do. I learned that cameras are the light meters in cameras are set to kind of focus on 18% gray, and that's why snow looks kind of grayish blue if you don't compensate it for correctly with the exposure. I've talked for longer than I meant to, and I'm probably going to be hoarse because I don't talk this much at all during most days. That's it.